Welcome to BVM Global at CBE.
Next, let me introduce our special guest of the day, Mr. Mukesh Sharma, who is an engineer in electronics and communication from Delhi University with over 33 years of experience. Formerly, he was a senior leader with a top IT company. Currently, he runs an organization that deals with an executive coaching and consulting. He is one of the co-founders of Assam Association Bangalore and is involved in a lot of community activities for people of Assam who are living in Bangalore. He deeply believes in making a difference to the society and volunteers his time to several non-profit organizations. We are very glad to have you here, sir. I request you to kindly address the gathering.
Good morning, Principal Ma'am, all respected teachers, our chief guest, Mr. Mayur Bora, distinguished guests, and my very dear children. It is an absolute honor for me, a privilege for me to be able to spend some time here and also, get this opportunity to address all of you. It's a huge privilege, and I would like to thank the management team of BVM Global School for giving me this opportunity. I had shared earlier, I found it extremely gratifying to see a school in Coimbatore, wanting to learn about a faraway region of India. I have gone around visiting a lot of schools, made a lot of friends, and I had never seen such an initiative before. And when I heard about it, I was extremely impressed. And I told Principal Ma'am that whatever I can do to help, I'll be delighted to do it. I would think it to be my privilege to offer some help. I have gone through all the project work, all the videos, almost 21 GB of data, and mightily impressed with the content. The children have not just talked about the place, and I'm sure, a lot of effort would have gone in. There are beautiful multimedia presentations. Students have offered dances. They have dressed up, from that region, created charts, models, graphs, and even the best part, they cooked the food also and then shared the recipe. Absolutely amazing. I'd just like to add something here. I think class 4 students, their topic was tourism in the Northeast. And in one of the slides, they have mentioned about Agnigar Hill, which is in Tejpur. And I was delighted to see that slide just because, I basically belong to Tejpur. I was born and brought up there. Beautiful place, very small place, but we have this mighty Brahmaputra flowing through Tejpur, and this Agnigar Hill, if you go on top of it, you get to view amazing sunrises and sunsets over the river Brahmaputra. I saw different classes covering about music and handicrafts of northeastern states. That's by the kids from the KG section. Then topics like flora and fauna, culture. I saw a student making a japi, about different food, tourism, different festivals, the geographical details. I know how difficult it is to create, such work. I'm sure the teachers played a major part, and I'm sure the students, family members, their parents, siblings also played a major role in helping them to create such stuff. So I'd really like to commend all these people, along with you children, for coming up with such a beautiful presentation. Thank you so much. I hope you learned something about the region, you learned something about those people, and you you feel enriched knowing one part of India so well. And I am assuming that in future also you will continue such projects and then learn about different parts of the country. Now, one interesting thing when I saw the presentations was that the classes, the various subjects were divided into smaller teams, and there were someone who was leading the team, uh, others were supporting him by providing different types of content. I'm sure a lot of research work would have gone through. So in the end, it was a classic example of teamwork. You as a team worked together. You decided on various roles and responsibilities for each team member. You must have planned and managed the time. You would have helped one another. Basically, you all collaborated together to come up with a beautiful product. And in my view, along with learning about the region, this must have been a huge learning for all you children. I would like to share a few thoughts that I have, which I believe will help you in the long run. Uh, these I'm sharing based on my own experiences and what I have observed. And I feel some of these skills we can start developing, right from our school days, so that they help us a lot, when we grow up, we work, and we go out to the world. So they are not in any specific order. Uh, all may not be applicable for you, but out of these 7 8 points, even if you can take one point and implement and it helps you, then I will hope that this message was useful. So I would start by saying, learn social skills. Now you might ask, what are social skills? Social skills are the skills we use to communicate and interact with each other, both verbally and non-verbally. We talk through gestures, body language, our appearance. Everything says something about ourselves. Now, we are sociable creatures and we have developed many ways to communicate our messages, thoughts, and feelings with others. And it is important that, I'm good at these skills. If you start practicing in your school from now, I'm sure by the time you pass out, you will be a master in social skills. The second suggestion I have is, do chores at home. You have, your parents, your siblings, they do a lot of work at home. I'm sure many of you also do, these chores at home. In some cases, you are forced to do it. Some cases, you love to do it. My suggestion is, seek them out. Go and help your mother. Go and help your father. Do some of those work. It will definitely be of big help to them. But at the same time, I feel you will learn a lot if you do these things. Okay. Then the third point I would like to share is develop great relationships. So you can have great relationship with your parents, with your siblings, with your friends, with your teachers, anybody that you come in contact with. Learn how you can have great relationships with anyone. The next thing that I would like to share is, if you want to do something, just go ahead and do it and try it out. Of course, subject to the condition that they are not dangerous or harmful. But any of the stuff you want to try it out, Many times we hold ourselves back. We don't do it because we think that we might fail, we might make a mistake. Take guidance from your teachers, from your elders, but try doing it yourself. You might fail. It's okay. That is why we are students. We have come here to learn, and to learn means I'm supposed to make mistakes. Okay, so most of us, even elders, we hold ourselves back. We are scared of making mistakes. And I would request you that be proud in saying I made so many mistakes. If you are making mistakes, that means you are learning. The next suggestion from my side will be ask questions, as many as you want. Just remember, there are no stupid questions. If you don't know something, just go ahead and ask. Ask your parents, ask your brothers, sisters, ask your teacher, whomever you want to know. Just go ahead, ask. If you ask more, you will learn more. The another interesting point I have is, learn about money. Now, I will tell you, when I was small, if I broach the subject of money, my father used to say, your job is to study, you study. Don't worry about money. Perhaps for that time it was okay, but I feel, we must have a very healthy relationship with money. We must know money well, understand it well. We must know about, money versus currency. We should be able to identify money, which note is what. We should be able to tender money and make change. Which are the bills in circulation today? What are the approximate cost of items? How does one earn money? So earning versus spending versus saving versus investing. And I can tell you, money is a very, very interesting subject. There are tons of things to know. And again, if you start small, start knowing a little bit about money, in 10 years time, you could be an expert in money. This doesn't mean, what I'm suggesting is that love money and get hooked to it. I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that know a little bit more about money. The final thing that I would like to share is, in English we call it that show up fully. To show up fully means to be able to show up, show myself in front of others without any inhibition. Whenever there is a meeting, a conference, or a class, and students come in, there are a few who go and sit in the front, but there are quite a few who love to sit in the back. What I am suggesting is, next time you get an opportunity, always go and sit in the front. Have that confidence to show yourself to others. If there is a meeting or gathering and you get the opportunity to ask, please ask a question. If there is nothing to ask, give a comment. If somebody asks you for volunteering something, show up your hand saying, I would love to volunteer. Why I'm saying is that, many of us, we do everything, but we don't, I won't say we don't love ourselves much, but we feel shy, we hide. And what I'm saying is, get into the habit of not hiding. You cannot be a great leader, great performer, great success if you hide. You have to show up and start getting that confidence from now to show up fully. So those are the only few things that I wanted to share. I hope you will find some of it useful. Once again, I would like to thank the management team of BVM Global for inviting me for today's show. I stand highly enriched by all the contents that I have seen. Thank you very much. And before I go, I would like to wind up my speech with this quote for you children. You can do anything. You can be anything you want to be, as long as you believe in yourself and work hard. Thank you.
Thank you for the wonderful speech, sir. It was truly an eye-opener. And also, thank you for all the tips you shared with us today. We will definitely use it in our life.